Ashley. So today I'm going to talk about something I'm pretty passionate about, bills. So this year, the year of 2023, I am actually going to focus on me essentially, and saving and investing is my goal for 2023. This last couple of years, I've been kind of spending quite a bit of money, so I really would like to focus on me this year now that I'm more stable and settled. So that's what I'm gonna do. So the month of April, I'm gonna kind of go back over what all I made versus what I kind of spent, paycheck to paycheck, so it kind of breaks down what my month looked like. Especially now that my income's more stable. I started a new job, so it's nice to see where my money is going. I'm making way more money now, so I'm kind of excited to see what all my income is and how much money I actually do make now, and how best to budget it. So come along with me while I do this and enjoy. So I'm going to use a pencil because I make mistakes. So looking back, my take-home income after all things were taken out of my paycheck, I do all that before my check hits my account. It's easier for me. So my health insurance, my retirement, my HSA, that all comes out of my paycheck automatically. So all that stuff is paid for. This is what I actually use and what I kind of base my life off of. So my income for the month, this month I have a check that comes to me every month from the VA, and then I have my actual income, my actual paycheck ended up being $19.78. I round up for whole numbers to make math a little bit easier. So this is kind of what it is. And then let's get to the fun part. So I'm going to add that up. So that equals, let me go turn on my TI. Shout out to Texas Instruments. My old school calculator. Plus 198.78. So right now we're looking at my first paycheck of the month equaling out to $36.41. Sorry, my handwriting's kind of crooked. Dope. And so keep that number in mind because we'll end up subtracting it all at the end. All right. So first bill of the month is rent, and that ends up being $15.14. And then I have a cell phone bill that comes out of the first paycheck, and that ends up being $69. My car insurance is $37. Don't hate, my car is really old, so that's why my car insurance is so low. So at my current apartment, I paid my electric bill separate from my other utilities. So it's one of my utilities I have to pay separate from the actual rent. So that's $29. And then I have a gym membership that I use, and I might actually cancel because I have a gym in my apartment. That's $26. And then I have 2 pets now, and each pet has a different insurance plan. I'm actually considering getting rid of their insurance plan because I often find I'll max out the benefits, and then the benefits that I'll use the most are the ones that are maxed out and don't go towards the deductible for the insurance, which kind of blows. I'm thinking I might just take that money that I'm utilizing every month and just putting it in a high yield saving account that I can use for later if the need arises. But I gotta analyze that further down the road. Alright, so in my sinking funds, so I have savings. So this is kind of automatic. This comes straight to my savings account and my other bank. That is $220. So this comes out straight out of my check. It technically counts as income, but I don't really count it. If you don't count it, it doesn't count, right? so forget about it. And then I'm saving for another down payment on a house or what have you. So food, I actually, for the month of April, I have a meal service. And every week they take out, it costs me around like $122 a week. It's kind of expensive. So every week I put in, I'm just gonna do mental math real quick. 642. So every week I put in $123 into my food account. So I have a different bank that I use specifically for food, and that card I use to pay that meal service. So every week I take $123 and then I put it into that account. And then I have a play sinking fund just in case I want to just drop everything I have and go do something fun. I put away $50 every 2 weeks for that. And then I have a sinking fund for clothes and my car. I should probably separate these, but for right now they're still the same. And I just put $50 towards that because you'll always need something for your car, or maybe I decide to buy a piece of clothing, which is very rare. But I'm saving for a new car, but right now this is kind of where I'm at. And then variable expenses. This is not so much an expense as it is something I'm kind of temporarily trying out, but it does come out of my budget, or it does come out of my paycheck. So I think that first paycheck, I decided to invest it into my brokerage account, and that was $600. It's a lot. It's a lot. I may or may not have run the numbers already and decided that's how much I'm going to put into my account. This could vary based on what my month. Some months might be harder than others to do that. So we'll see how this number kind of flexes as time goes on. And then I have my business. So some of you may know that I have a rental property, and I have tenants currently. So while I don't really have two paychecks for that, I do kind of separate it from the 1st and the 15th of the month. So I'll just do that. And so every bill or payment have you that comes out of that, I'll just split between the two. So for the 1st of the month, I have the income, which is for April was $1,770, and this income also flexes. So my rent for my tenants is $1,300 a month, but after my property manager takes off their cut and whatever maintenance requirements happen at the home, I get whatever leftover income. And from that income, I do have bills as well that get paid with that, which typically is just the mortgage. And that right now is about $366. So I split it in two just to kind of get an extra payment or two throughout the year. In addition, I do make profit off of my property currently every month, and that usually ends up being about $200, and I just roll that back into the business savings account in case anything should arise that I do need to pay for. So basically I'm trying to build up my business's emergency fund, if you will. So the house has an emergency fund that I don't have to dip into my actual emergency fund for, because now I feel like it's a business and it should be able to float on its own. I have a separate credit card for the house now that will get paid through this if anything kind of super expensive arises. But right now I'm just kind of flushing up the emergency fund for the business through savings. All right, and then the bills for the second half of the month I will get to when I get to this part. So I'm gonna stop and kind of calculate all of the bills, all of the sinking funds, and the variable expenses, and then I will come back and let you guys know.
A few moments later.
Alright, hey guys, I'm back. I did some offline math real quick, just for better numbers. Alright, so Let's do the big math. So I have a positive income of 3641, and then we're gonna subtract all the bills, and that ended up being 1778. And then I'm gonna subtract the money that I use for my sinking funds, 396. Now, if you guys are following along with me mathematically, the math don't add there if I include my savings. So I'm gonna next paycheck I'm gonna add the savings to the income. So asterisk, I didn't include the savings because it technically didn't come out of my paycheck income as a whole. I just added that wrong. And then also I'm gonna subtract the $600 for a grand total of a positive net of $867 left over after this paycheck, after all is said and done, after the bills, after the sinking fund, after the variable expenses, i.e. my investments. I ended up still having $867 left over for this paycheck. Now, catch me in my next video. I'll go over the second paycheck of April, and things should typically balance out. Hopefully I kind of fine-tune it better, but stay tuned. Thanks. Bye.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to